find the right thing, which is often not the most expensive.
The A9 is great, but I think the 6500 is better.
This is it. We're here. Wonderful. That's what we're talking about. And Mike Kennedy, Josh Weaver, what is going on? We'll get this dialed in if it's the last thing we do. Shout outs in a minute. Perfect. Shadow Ops, Kevin Jones, Dave Marshall, Mrs. Boozer, Josh Weaver, Mike Kennedy. Ladies and gentlemen, what a good evening. So I don't exactly see that graphic needs an update. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I'll put my graphics department on it right away. This is great. Paul Hatcher, Jeff's Custom RC. What is going on? We are here. What I want to know is not how my graphic looks, but how, if the title is showing up for you in YouTube. Are you seeing what you're supposed to be seeing? That's what I want to know. Does it say show 61? Michael Roshka, Jeff's Custom RC, Kevin Farros. Thank you so much. Wild Bill, Victor Shamulus, Jeff Toohey, Craig Beaven, Jackson RC Aviation, Eric Quinn RC. Awesome. I'm on my way. All right. Bobby K is on his way, ladies and gentlemen. Let me text him the code real quick. RC Weaving sending me pictures. Man, come on. It's asking me to set up Messenger. Like, what? I already have Messenger. Dude, I don't see what you sent me because my phone wants me to do stuff. Oh, my goodness. So whatever you sent me, I'm not going to see. Dennis Farley, what's going on? The Brighter Media room works well. Absolutely, Shadow Ops. Colonel Bobby. Let's see. One more time. Let me try this Messenger deal. Yeah, it's goofed up right now. I had to do a bunch of weird login stuff today. So it's not quite where it ought to be. Yeah, it was a screenshot in Messenger, but I can't open up Messenger without re-logging in. There's a lot going on this end of things, so it's really easy to screw stuff up. Sean Gallagher, what's up? So I only heard a little bit about that, Boozer. Sorry about the piece of garbage that stole airplanes there, but everybody looks to have chipped in and got Steve's kid's Enoch, right? His F-22 replaced. That's great. I knew that would happen. Tom Heat Dirks, good to see you again. 15 flights this weekend on the new Marlin EDF. Loving it. Can't wait for Bigfoot to arrive. Appreciate that, Tom. That's awesome. I've heard of batteries walking, but entire planes, now that's raising the bar on low behavior for sure, man. I think it's all over Facebook. You can catch up on the story. Yeah, I used the Messenger app, but it logged me out because I was doing some new logins today, adding even more to take care of to my ever-growing arsenal and empire. RC Flyer, good day, Pilot Ryan. Didn't miss this one. Awesome. Hey, everybody, I heard Ethan RC. Some people got ripped off at Joe Knoll, and the community came together and made it right. It's baloney is the nicest way I can say it. So episode 61, ladies and gentlemen, my goodness, what a week it's been. If you've been following our buddy, Mary Boozer's been holding it down, cashing checks, making sound effects in Carolina. And we've been holding it down here while he's been gone. Our buddy Dave's RC, we've kind of been going round and round on the FMS Tiger Cat. So that's been a fun project. I'm looking at ours right now with all the decals on it. It is large and in charge, and I got the maiden done. Thank you, Josh. That's what I wanted to know. I got the maiden done yesterday. Now, I didn't really get a camera on it. I did set up the camera just to like record my impressions, but Bobby was indisposed, and I couldn't wait to do it because I knew I had a full plate today in the way of meetings, and then we got wind and rained out. So I'm glad I flew yesterday. I got the maiden done on the 980 millimeter Arrows RC P47, which was a lot of fun. I'd like to talk about that one. I want to talk about the Tiger Cat. There is lots to talk about. And I got a surprise from FMS showed up today. Don't get crazy excited. It's another 2-cell plane. But, you guys who like the micro on steroids, it'll be a really nice plane for that. Kevin Farros, you got your Tiger Cat already. Thank you so much. Kevin got a Tiger Cat from Hobby Zone, and you're going to love it. So let's just talk about that a little bit while we're doing late start. What do you mean? It's 9. So mine, we set up by the book. Color-coded the ESC wires. Ryan, not the F-18. Yeah, the F-18's not available yet. Kevin Ferris got your Tiger Cat today. Ryan, not the F-18. Yeah, the F-18 should be on the Hobby Zone website shortly, if it's not already. I keep trying to get stuff on that site for y'all, for us. So anyway, the Tiger Cat, we plugged it in, color-coded it. Ours are set to spin outboard, and we got props that were counter-rotating, so that's how we did it. That plane will fly very good regardless of which way the props spin. Whether they go scale and they spin both in the standard rotation, whether they counter-rotate, spin outboard, or whether they counter-rotate and spin inboard. I would say on the reverse prop, though, you should put a spot of foam tack or some kind of glue on there. I wouldn't do Loctite anywhere near plastics, because if there's a prop strike or anything weird, or you get in the power too quickly, you have the potential to unscrew the propeller because they don't reverse the threads. Skip Built RC, ladies and gentlemen, in the house. Thank you for showing up. Hello back. Who else did I miss? Mitchell Farley. Got a lot of guys looking forward to Bigfoot. Michael Roshka got a Super Cup from FMS. Thank you so much. That one I think came from Amazon, only because it wasn't on the site at Hobby Zone. Hobby Zone is limited in a way as to what they can carry. And you guys who are going to pop on stuff, feel free to hit me up and ask me. I will always link you up. If necessary. And of course you don't have to do that. You can find the stuff yourself. But if you like what we're doing over here, it's a nice support thing you can do. HTC gameplay videos, what is happening? Yes. The F-18, let me see if that's on the site yet, Kevin, because I've been waiting for it to show up on the site so I can promote it, because I'm all over it and it's going to sell well. And I can't wait to get it, because we've got the 70, the 80, and the 90. We're going to do quite a roundup. Mary Boozer got to fly his Bigfoot again. That's fantastic. Correct, Fred. Let's see. We're going to look right now. Like I said, Bobby's on his way. Let's see. Hobby Zone. And it was apparently going to be put on the site today because I keep asking them. Christian RC, what is going on? Looking for new. There it is. I'm going to put it on in the chat right now. And you guys, when you use my link, it helps us tremendously. It's crazy. So let me go ahead. It's a pre-order and it is everywhere. So we're going to fix this up right this minute and put it. Craft King, what's going on? It's on the site, but yeah, wait for me to give you my link in here because I have to add stuff to the link to get credit. The one thing that I am so pumped about these days is having these affiliate links. I've been in the business a long time, and it's one of those things that no one has ever led on. How much good video channels like ours actually do for business. I'm starting to finally get to see clicks, data, analytics on this kind of stuff, and it's very exciting, and I've been at it long enough that I think it's 100% okay to get in on it. So that's what I'm doing. And all it costs the community is a click. That's it. It's not extra money for doing these things. So how cool is that? By the way, bookmark the store, the Amazon store, because Christmas is coming. Let's see, copy URL. All right, baby. We're working it right now. Ryan, Roy, Jeff, the Boozers, just wing it. What's going on? What is up? What is up? Here we go. I'm getting it with it dialed in. Bobby got a new camera today too. 80D, y'all. 80D. Canon 80D. Canon 80D. Sounds like a song or something you would get diagnosed. All right, let's see. We'll do this again. And then get ready to drop it in the chat, y'all. All right, I got it. Thank you, Mitchell Farley, for that. No one can say I don't hustle. You know what I mean? Working it. Working it. Let's see. I'm going to turn my volume down because it'll get weird. We'll open up the space-time continuum if we're not careful. So in the live chat, and I'll put it in the regular description after this video as well, but there's going to be links to the things we're talking about. I've got a lot of them. Now, some of you guys know, now this is the pre-order on the F-18 right there, guys. If you're going to get that F-18 and you know it, get with me and I'll make sure you get the link to Hobby Zone. They've been a great partner to work with, and if the things you see done here push you over the fence, then why not? Just got Art Morgan. What's up? Hi Ryan. Just got my Dynam Hellcat from Motion RC. Yep, they've got a little bit of that Dynam stock left. Anybody who's wanting to keep up with their Dynam stuff, BitGo Hobby is the way to go. And I'm working on also having, I really appreciate y'all's support, but I also am very aware that I've got my hands in so much that it's very widespread. So over the next few weeks, I've already begun this work, and I'm not doing it by myself because I cannot. You guys are going to hear first, man, right here. There's a website coming. Website coming for Pilot Ryan, right? So what's going to be on the website is I'm going to consolidate everything. So like I send you guys to the homepage of the YouTube channel to hope to see the icon and hope you go there. It's all going to be on one place. YouTube videos, the products we're doing work on, companies we're sponsored by and have relationships with. So you're going to see a website that's got, I'm going to have the Afterburner guys, products, RC Jetworks, Hobby Zone, e-flite, everything. So that's what's up. So you're going to be able to go, just like when you go through the Amazon store, it's fulfilled by Horizon Hobby. When you go through my website, it's still going to be fulfilled by Hobby Zone, Horizon, BitGo, which is Dynam, right? Everything is still going to be fantastically supported, just as it is now. So that's what we're doing. And it takes a village, and it's going to cost me some money, but it's going to be worth it. And it's a great way to give. The ultimate reason was really to consolidate everything. Mike Kennedy, I'll talk to you in a minute about that. Well, probably not in a minute, but it's in the works. It's in the works. It's in the works. For now, we could do it through Amazon, honestly, until things are fleshed all the way. But we had meetings today, and I want to tell you, I'm also very, I guess I really want to wait for Bobby a little bit. We can talk about this more in a minute, but the name change here, Pilot Ryan Media, these things are going to become more evident why I've done that as time progresses. But basically, I've landed my first account in the way of social media marketing agency. So just super pumped. There's a lot going on, and it really is possible because you all do the simple things. I don't ask for much, but use my links. It helps. It keeps us in the camera and the gear and all that stuff. You guys know this. So anyway, it really makes a big difference. It's crazy. So what do you guys want to know? What have I missed? By the way, the airliner was fantastic looking. I don't care if you're into an airliner or not. Wesley made you want one. He flew it expertly. His wheelies sold me on it, actually. That's probably all. What have I told you guys about airliners every time you've asked? I said I really just want to see how it lands. We already changed the name, Fred. Ryan and Friends, Pilot Ryan and Friends will be for something else. That's probably what we're going to call the fly-in event. Getting my Havoc XE ready for maiden tomorrow. What did you learn in your flight? I learned don't try brand new maneuvers you've never tried before with like no speed on the back end of a loop on your second flight. It's a pretty snappy plane. I would load the nose as well as you can. John Knopp, e-flite F-18 80mm will be in my possession, whether it's a sponsored episode or not. We will be working that. How much, Ryan? For the e-flite F-18, it is $469 for the bind and fly, and I suggest that that's the one you go with. Otherwise, you're going to be waiting for a while. I just dropped a link to the F-18. Bookmark it. And then there's probably links in the real description of this video that gets you just overall through me to Hobby Zone and all that stuff. When's the fly-in and where will it be? It'll be in the summer, and it's going to be in South Bend, Indiana. Tri-Valley RC does a yearly show. It's pretty low-key, and we're going to help them. We're going to blow it up. So we're going to have, it's going to be a Pilot Ryan fly-in. So that's what's up. And we're going to promote that. The airliner, I don't think anybody knows how much that is yet. It's fantastic. Wesley, did you do any rolls with that thing? Or do you just totally respect its scaleness? It's one of those things that whether or not you keep it and pass it down to your grandchildren or not, it's like if you love flying planes, you're going to want to try that airliner. I mean, who knows? The way I thought it would be a good wheelie machine, and Wes proved that it is. I think it's fantastic that it takes two 70mm systems and only one battery. It must be extremely light on the wing loading. So, man, it looks really good. It looks really good. Probably something like that, Fred. It's a good one. I mean, it's a neat thing. You know, if it's kind of like a benchmark, almost like a dot on the timeline, right? Of, you know, for the Avanti, I don't have any, ironically, I don't have any link affiliate system set up with Motion. So my advice on the Avanti is just go to motionrc.com and tell them Ryan sent you in the checkout box for comments. That's what I do there. Anytime you guys pop at Motion and I pushed you off the fence, tell them. If it was Wesley, tell him it was Wesley. If it was GB Linden, tell him it was him. If it was Dave's RC, tell him it was him. If it was Skip, tell him it was him. If it was Victor Shame, you get the idea. Whoever it is that it was just like, okay, I can't stand it. I got to buy this thing. Say it in the comments. Raymond Molina just got in from flying my P-51 Mustang Redtail FMS. Burned out 2 flap servos. Been having a lot of moments with it since I bought it. Should have bought a Bigfoot. Oh man, that's too bad. Change those puppies out and get back up on that horse. If and when I ever get one of those. Guniak, what are you talking about? What? The Avanti's a great plane. We'll make it a P-8 Poseidon. We must be talking about the airliner. My Thunder Chief keeps eating fan blades. How do I fix that? It sounds like an out of balance system. And or out around shroud. I don't know why it would eat fan blades so bad. Bill Surratt's got 47 flights on his Havoc. Definitely not a first EDF at all. For that, look at an e-flite Viper Bind and Fly. The Viper Bind and Fly is a great 6-cell EDF. I think if you know you want to go bigger eventually, there's other choices you can make that would make sure your investment on batteries were something that you could use on the bigger ones too. So I think the sweet spot probably on the Viper is like 3,300. Like, we flew 4,000s, 4,500, and 5,000 to prove you could, but it was too heavy for the plane, if you ask me. And so I think 3,300 and below is the sweet spot for 6S on the Viper. So if I know that I want to fly 80s and 90s, then I need to be getting a different jet to make the best use of my batteries. Dude, HSD T33 RC Jetworks got his maiden off on the turbine this week. So cool. So cool from RC Jetworks, Ethan. Awesome. Brad BRC liked the VTOL from Flex Innovations. Bill Surratt used the Hobby Star 4200 on the Viper. Worked good for him. It is a tight squeeze, Dave Marshall. So, but you guys know what I'm saying. I mean, yes, it can be done. But it's like, if you know that you want to fly 90mm jets, man, you get something, get a 70 that's got room in it for multitude of different batteries, or an 80 that's got room for it in multitude of different batteries. If you've got some skill on the sticks, you know that you can probably pop on a L39 or a FMS BAE Hawk or something like that and do okay. George Watts, what's going on? Josh Weaver, that's what she said. What'd you send me? I can't see my stuff in Messenger right now because my phone, I had to log into a bunch of new accounts and stuff today. So it's not something I can get into and see. Okay? So right now in Messenger, there it finally went through. Yeah, that kind. Thank you, Randy. I saw that. That kind of thing needs to be done because it's. Yes, we're on our own over here on the production end, on the back end of the show. I got to do it on the fly right now, and Bobby's learning it, but it'll take a minute. What I want to do with that airliner is make it a complete billboard for the channel, and like NASCAR, I'm going to sell inches, spots for my sponsors. Yeah, that little racer's cool. Yeah, so I'm sure this week and next and even after we're going to see a lot of video from Joe Knoll from Motion RC with Mary Boozers, perhaps, what's his name? Rich Baker. Ran Admiral 6S6000 in your L39, handled the extra weight, no problem, and got 4.5 minutes. Yeah, we did a video on a big 6000 Jetworks battery, which weighs a little bit less and has 10 extra C, and I think was a little bit less expensive. Craig, no dates yet. No dates yet. I think right now we're figuring out whether or not we're going to have baked beans or potato salad. I can't decide. No, I'm just kidding. That's what they do at the meetings. They talk about what it's going to be, potato salad or coleslaw. Yeah, I'm sure he did some videos too, Jet Fan. Mrs. Boozer's got a bunch of stuff. I mean, there's going to be stuff coming from Motion, Mary Boozers, RC Informer, a bunch of guys. Dirty D, can't wait to see the price tag on that HSD 747. Woo-wee, that one's going to be big. Dirty D, I still got to get your maiden flight done from Jet Jam. I had junk nothing camera for Jet Jam, so I haven't really put out anything from there for the most part. But I know you would like to see your maiden, and I'll get to it one of these days, I promise. Don't edit them. You need a B channel for that. What are your thoughts on the new e-flite 80mm f/18? Asks Tim Muller. Gotta have it. It's got a hot 80mm in-runner in it. It's got twist and turn landing gear. It looks pretty good. It appears to be like the Legacy model, but not as long. Like it's got the round intakes, It looks good. And, I mean, AS3X, if, out of the box and stuff, man, I'm all over it. The suspension knocked me out, and I can't wait to try one. I've really enjoyed all the F-18s I've been flying lately. Ha, the bourbon. Needs to be Kentucky. Needs to be Kentucky. All right, man. I hear some commotion. Lisa Keller, I'm still trying to break my gyro addiction. Any ideas that might help? What are you flying him in now? Yes. Holy smokes, y'all. Jet Fan, I mean, yeah, that's no secret. You know what I mean? And that's what makes it good, right? I mean, they're making some quality stuff. And so there's Bobby K, ladies and gentlemen. So F-18, FMS F-18, but it's a Horizon Hobby design, manufactured, I'm sure, at the factory, but it's got some components, like you're going to see the 80mm in-runners that you're seeing in the Havoc and those kinds of things. So it's good. Yeah, Tim. I mean, I'm all about it. The 70 was good. The 80's going to be good. And the 90's good.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about the F-18.
Oh, yeah.
The e-flite F-18 that we're going to inevitably work.
Yeah, that should be awesome.
Oh, it's going to be super sick. Ladies and gentlemen, loads of emojis. Kevin Jones. Loads of emojis. Lisa Keller, thank you. I see what you've done there. Kevin, scoot in here. Kevin Farrow says Bobby K looks like a special ops dude.
Can't talk about it.
Lisa Keller's flying everything. Commander, Wildcat, V900, P47, all buy and fly, e-flite or Park Zone. Are you flying in safe or just AS3X? I'm waiting for her to answer. Look at Captain K sounds like someone from Men in Black. Look at all those emojis for Bobby K, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby brought me a new plane, guys, he says.
Yep. Couple of them.
Couple. We got honestly, we got enough in boxes tonight. We could make it the rest of the month on the show.
All types of goodies.
Tim Moeller, yeah, man. Hey, man, where do you get your? Go to the Amazon store. I think I got those motor setups on there. Let's see. Switch happy, Lisa? Both. Man, you know what? Here's the deal. There is no one but you pushing you. If you want to get out of the gyro situation, that's on you. Anybody passing judgment on gyros is a turkey anyway. So what? Like, we fly stuff that has AS3X in it. Sometimes you're putting AS3X receivers in free wing stuff. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you're not. I'll put gyros in stuff sometimes. Sometimes I don't. And it's like, no shame in that game. So if you're wanting to get out of, for me, the only thing about safe is this. I feel like for new flyers, you've got the beginner and intermediate mode, but the minute you get some stick time, you need to never use those modes again.
Yeah. Unless
it's a hairy landing or something and you want to save your plane.
Yeah.
And that's what you like.
See, I love AS3X, but I'm not a fan of
the progressive deal.
Yeah, because I feel, to me, it teaches bad habits, but I'm old school too, and I learned passing back and forth the controller. So
yeah.
It just depends. I think it's great if you're going to learn by yourself. If you have nobody to teach you, it's a good aid, but I don't know. It's fun, sometimes
it's a discussion that can go on for forever. And I got to say this. So we've got the Real Flight 9, which we're going to be doing videos on really soon, which has been a tremendous tool for me and my kids. So my boy, he's a little better at following instruction, and he's older. We're flying the Apprentice on the simulator, and I put him in experienced mode right away because it's a simulator. Who cares if he crashes it? And I want him to learn the finesse of the stick movements. Now, my little girl, who's younger, she flies in intermediate or beginner mode because she crams the sticks full to the sides, you know what I mean, and all around. So to keep her in the air and not discouraged, I put the progressive early, beginner or intermediate on for her. If I've got wind dialed in on the simulator, I will give Rafe, intermediate to help him keep things, to keep from spinning it in or rolling, too far. So, Lisa, I wouldn't worry about it unless it's just something personally you want to get out of it. And when you want to get out of gyros, get a plane that's not made from the folks that let them come with the bird. Get a free wing flight line, Arrows RC, Dynam plane, something. And that will require you to put in your own receiver and go cowgirl style. Get a receiver that doesn't have AS3X and just go. And just make sure you limit your throws, right? That it's not 3D throws on a civilian ship or a warbird, and give yourself just 20% expo all around, just as something to just tame the twitch a little.
Yeah, a little cushion.
And see how you can do. I have a feeling you'll do just fine because of the list I saw of items of planes you've been flying. Just because they have AS3X, you're still flying it. So yeah, there's some help there, but I think you're better than you think you are, is what I'm getting at.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
I think you can do
agree.
it. I think you can do it, but just know that there's no judgment here on gyros because, there's stuff that I wouldn't fly in windy conditions if it didn't have them.
Yeah.
I mean, we can do it, but it's not as much fun. Isn't it fun just to let your hair down a little?
All the time. All the time.
Guniac, see you later. Guniac, I'll be talking to you in the future. I'd like to get you, on the website if you'd like. So we'll talk about that in the future. There's going to be many items from many places on the website, consolidating everything that is. The sun never sets on the British Empire, right? Okay, let's leave it at that. So Dennis wants to know about what's up with Dynam. XK520. That was your first plane? Wow. Did that work good for you? That's almost a tough one in a way. Afterburners for an airliner. We are all celebs. Mary Boozer says War Buzzard. Let's see. Josh Weaver says AS3X doesn't help people fly, but it will help them fly smooth in high wind.
Oh, yeah.
My Thunder Chief, you're right. One of the spokes on the housing is broke.
Heck yeah.
No, man, Lisa, you know what? When you fly and when you take off and land in safe, what you're doing is you're keeping yourself from fixing that plane, perhaps. I think you should try it without sometimes, and I think you can do it. Honestly, I think I could speak for all of us, but I know when we do videos where we will do, I don't use safe. I never bind the stuff up for safe.
Yeah, I don't either.
Very rarely I will. When we did the EC 1500, we did because I forgot my radio, and so Mike had to bind it up, and we bound it up for safe. I prefer to land without safe because I want full authority over control over the pitch and the throttle, and I don't want it. What happens when safe is on is I think it's going to do it. But what it does with safe is it kind of forces the nose up a little bit. Usually you get more elevator. But I'll be just watching it thinking it's going to do it for me, and I end up having not enough throttle because if I give it the throttle I normally want to give it, it's not landing yet.
Yeah.
So I actually bounce them around more when I have safe on.
I hate safe personally. I do. I've almost crashed planes because of it. Like, not even my planes either. Other people that have it bound, and then I hit the wrong switch, and then before you know it, I'm trying to save it because it's trying to correct itself, and I don't know what's going on, and it's crazy sometimes. But
it is. So, it does kind of mess me up a little bit. So I think, if she's doing it well with it, I think you'll be fine without it.
Yeah.
Because at this point, especially if you're doing, I suggest taking safe off on a plane that you already know what a good landing looks like.
yeah.
So with safe off, just make sure it looks like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
And do that a couple times and don't even land it. Just slow flight.
Oh, yeah, man.
Come in, pretend you're going to land it, but fly away. Dennis Farley got a notification from BitGo on Instagram today. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I wonder why.
Wonder why, Superfly. So, I guess we can bring them in and talk about, how they've added to the fold of what is, Pilot Ryan Media with Bobby K over here. So we're helping BitGo. like I said earlier, officially landed the first, agency gig, so to say. Well, we're going to do some things with them to help them market their products, and especially since you're seeing less and less. Times are tough out there. Business is hard. The world is changing. They've consolidated. Less and less other vendors are buying containers full of this stuff. But these guys love RC. They really do, just like the rest of us. And it's been really neat to this has been coming for a long time. I mean, Bobby made the initial connection a year or so ago.
Been 2
and
3 years
it's
ago,
just kind of been hanging on. And I think I might have been the last kick in the pants to just help get things moving, and so, well, let's just do it, this way. So it's in a way, with me, there's no need for a proof and concept because it's out there. We've done it and it works, and so that's what we're going to do. More of the same. But this is an independent channel right here. So we've been asked to lend our efforts to. That's what it is when you're doing sponsored videos, whether it's Horizon Hobby, Hobby Zone, Motion, whoever wants a piece of it. BitGo, which is darn near Dynam in the U.S. It's not exactly, but these guys go way back. The guys who run Dynam and BitGo were buddies flying planes before Dynam ever existed. So,
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, it comes from passionate people.
Super
about
cool
it,
story. Great guys.
Yeah.
And so there's some things that we can whip into shape a little bit and all that, but we're going to lend our hand to them. And you're going to see, Dennis Farley says, Dynam is one, I'm losing my voice, y'all, but I'm not going anywhere, but it won't be 4 hours. Dynam is one of those plane brands that everyone talks bad about, but almost everyone has one. Yeah, there's a new product manager over there in the warehouse and another new person high up, and we're going to be giving feedback, and we're going to hear your feedback, and just we're going to open the doors to communication. And what's great is it's not going anywhere. That line of planes is not going anywhere. You can go to bitgohobby.com and find it. Pretty soon you're going to be able to go to our website and find it. You can get there through Amazon even now.
Yep.
But my website's a few weeks away at least. Yep. But that's where we're going to be funneling all the traffic towards, because that's how we love it so much. We're like doing it for really just a little tiny piece of the action instead of like payment. So anyway, it's going to be fun.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
So check it out. You're going to be able to get parts. You're going to be able to get planes, and they'll be working on some new planes.
Oh yeah, and the biggest thing is a lot of the electronics are going to be upgraded. Some of the stuff that you're seeing, like on clearance, for example, at Motion, stuff like that, those are from, it's old stock that they're trying to sell. Some of the newer stuff, you're going to see better quality, better electronics. I brought a couple goodies to show you guys, for example.
Yeah,
we'll
perhaps
that pretty soon.
Perhaps new paint schemes.
Yes. There's more coming. It's going to be good. You guys are going to be seeing me a lot more with Dynam products.
Some
and
smart receivers.
Yes, smart receivers.
Not smart like trademarked smart, but like these are, we haven't yet dove into them, but we've got some new radios from them.
Yep.
And so we're on task to brand build for them. So we're going to keep doing what we do over here, but you're going to see BitGo, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube channel, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, being in existence and viable.
Yep. And if you guys have any questions
tutorials on the radios.
Yep. There's going to be people home. So if you guys have questions, get at us. I mean, you're going to be seeing a lot more of my face probably around BitCo. I'm just going to say that. And it's going to be awesome. There's a lot of good things coming.
That's right. And we're on task. Bobby's going to get to work on BitGo, and I'm going to help on what I do. A little bit of...
this guy right here is a beast.
Thanks.
A lot of people don't see what goes on behind the scenes. There's a lot of hard work involved, and it takes a lot to keep doing what we do. And I stay behind the scenes a little bit more so you don't see me, but this guy's really good at talking and telling you guys and promoting and letting you guys get the best possible review you can. So, and I'm all behind it.
We just want to show it off well.
Yes.
Not like even super. I mean, we have fun flying, so what you see is us having fun flying this stuff. But like you guys, we trust you to make the right decision for you.
Yeah.
We just want to show you, lay it out there, shine a light on the item, and you make the best decision for yourself. That's what's up. Raven Rock, what's going on? Good to see you. So yeah, we're super pumped about it. They need somebody who gets marketing over here a little bit, and so this is the match made in heaven, right? So this is what we're doing. We're an independent channel. I've decided the best way to I'm never going to put all my eggs in one basket again. So we are available as an agency and also ourselves to endorse and work with alongside companies who see the value in that. So more of the same, but just fine tuning it. That's what's up.
Yes, it is.
So, what I miss. So yeah, man, go follow Big Go Hobby on Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel over there too.
Yep.
And just be waiting and seeing. Me and Bobby are going to get to work, and he's got a load of content that he made over the last year or so that never...
I've got an archive that's about to be released that's been...
Yeah.
We're going to get some good stuff going here. I'm excited.
So we'll make some new stuff, and then we've got, the stuff he's made. We'll make new stuff. And then we're going to also be reaching out to some of you to do some stuff as well. So, yeah, Fred, that's what it is, really. That's what's up. That's what's happening.
Yeah, can't wait. It's going to be awesome, guys.
It's
If you guys have any questions,
cool.
want to see anything, want to know anything, I'm always here. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram. I mean, wherever. I'm always ready to answer questions. I love talking to you guys, and I love this hobby in general. So I just want to make you guys happy and bring you the best content possible.
That's right. And we're there, man. We're there. We're into it.
Yep.
So, yeah, so me and Bobby will both be seeing everything that comes across BitGo socials.
Yes, sir.
So, sounds familiar.
We'll be home.
That's what's up. That's what's up on an independent basis. So, it's neat, guys. Yeah. It is neat. And these things don't happen by accident. They don't happen overnight. And there's a lot of conversations. There's a lot that goes on. He's right. There's a lot that goes on.
Thank you, Kevin Jones.
Kevin Jones, appreciate you, man. We'll follow you back. And yeah, man, we're going to get this thing up and running, dudes.
Yep.
Lisa Keller, I appreciate that. And apparently you came from or are also subscribed to our buddies, Pilot Robert and Captain Blosh in Slovenia. Bobby McGee. Fred Barron. What's up? So, hey, man. Let's open something.
Let's do it, because I haven't even seen any of these.
We haven't seen it yet. But we...
you guys are going to see it as we see it.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Move this.
Yeah. So, while you're getting ready to crack that one open, let's talk about this little darling while you're getting ready. You got enough light back there?
Yeah, you're good. I'm actually going to take it out right here.
Okay. Steve Gubala? What's up, man? Good to see you. So, this is the 980 millimeter Aeros RC P-47. This is a 3-cell powered aircraft, and I maidened it yesterday. Fred Barron, you have one of these, don't you? Now, I maiden mine on a 2600, And I thought it was a little bit not enough in the nose. But y'all know I like my stuff nose heavy. I want to say also I was in such a hurry that I didn't do rates. All I did was my default, which is 100% high and 70% low. I would say that 70% throws on this should be the high. Yes, it's got the retracts. This thing is on sale, by the way, till the 8th. So 3 or 4 more days to get $30 off this baby makes it quite a value if you're wanting to get the P47. 2600 for me, I thought was too light. GB Linden's asking about a 3000. I think it's going to be well worth it to make arrangements inside. Just a little tiny bit of carving out of sight will allow you to go, I think, with a heavier battery. And again, I only flew it once. It was super dark. It's so funny. It's both extremes, right? So I flew the Tiger Cat twice, and then it was getting dark. And then I flew this guy. And so quite a big difference, right? I mean, the 1700 millimeter Tiger Cat is so smooth and big and dialed in. And then this little 980, post the link. I will. It's $20 off. I thought it was $30. But 3S or 4S. It's 3S, but I bet it'd take 4, y'all. I bet it would take 4. But I tell you, if you're about looking at planes, this thing, the P47, is amazingly beautiful in the way of scale fidelity. I'm going to drop the link to the P47 right now. And I believe it's also in the major description as well. So that's the P47, y'all. I just dropped it in there. So, yeah, you have till the 8th to take advantage of that promotion. Go to the website through my link always, and you can check all that out. The ESC, Lisa Keller, you have one of these P47s. Says 3 and 4S. That's great. We definitely want to fly it on 4S. And let's be honest. You guys know what's up with this P47. And I want to shine some light on this little baby too, because this is our friends from Hobby Zone shipped this to us, and it's the only Arrows RC plane I haven't done. $30 off is correct. Yes. So what is it? $199, and then down to $169 or something. So this was the 980 millimeter P47 from FMS or Rock Hobby, whatever they were calling it, and it was one of those racer planes. So it had excuse me, all my voice. It had a beefier motor and was taking a 4S battery. So I think because of that, it's designed so very sturdy. And also because of that, now that it's set up for 3S, there's not as much up in the front as there would have been. So I think a 4S in here would be dynamite. And how can you not love a P47? Stay tuned right here to the Pilot Ryan Media RC YouTube channel, where me and Bobby K are going to take this baby up and have some fun.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Why don't you go set it somewhere? Wanna?
Let's do it.
It looks super nice. Metal trunnion retracts, all that good stuff, man. All that good stuff. My Spitfire says the same thing on the ESE. Are you talking about Horizon Hobby stuff, Lisa? Because that P47 is 980 millimeters versus the 1200 millimeter one. But I still think we're in the ballpark, but I don't know for sure. Look at this. So this is the Dynam P51. 99 hanger rats. Awesome. Yeah. Guys, give it a thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. And if you don't like what you're seeing, give it 2 thumbs ups. That's got a new paint scheme.
Yes, it does.
So this is this a 4S?
Yes.
Okay.
2200. I know in a lot of the other ones I've been fitting even 4000s into. There's plenty of room in there.
The first one was a 3S bird, and it had a 3-bladed prop, which was sacrilege.
Yes. Now you have a bigger motor, 4-bladed prop, upgraded landing gear, and a new paint job.
New paint job. This is version 2 Dynam Mustang. I believe you're seeing it here first. Somebody tell me what's the ESC on the Arrows RC Thunderbolt, if you would, please. I think it's a 40, but I do not know. Mitchell Farley, another P51. You're going to go crazy. He loves them. Ryan O, I would love a PT19 to be honest with you, man.
Yes. That and a T34 I would love.
Yeah, a Mentor would be amazing. Somebody check out the ESC deal on the... Maybe I can see what it's a 40. Thank you, I thought so. It should definitely handle... Arrows RC in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, they answered for me. 40 amp ESC. You just got here. We were showing off your P47 till just now. Mitchell Farley, no, you cannot. Wow.
Paint's pretty good on this thing. Look at that.
Call it style.
Yep.
You got the... I want to see the shaft.
That's what she said.
Because I want to see if it bolts on. If it's got a set screw.
Let's see what all we have here.
So yeah, version 2 Dynam Mustang right here. Man, it's been a long time. Where's it even go? XT60 in the house.
This has lights on it with a new light driver too.
Okay.
So it's got wingtip lights and flaps now. Everything has flaps. Well,
Flaps.
All the V2s are most likely going to have flaps, depending on what aircraft it is.
Flaps, light driver, lights on the new Dynam V2, and a 4-bladed prop. Dave Kowishki, the Arrows P47, does it have a retractable tail wheel? No, it does not. No, it does not. It's got a tail wheel set up just like many of the other Warbirds you've seen that are under 1200 millimeter size. Even the 1200 millimeter planes usually don't have a retractable tail wheel either. Bring this baby back. Retractable tail wheels are awesome, but they don't need to be in a plane that's under 1300 mil. So see that? It's got the faux gear doors for the retractable tail wheel. It looks nice. It's in the proper location, which is the bee's knees. We've got super nice wheels and struts, metal trunnion retracts. I had a ball flying this, and we can't wait to take it out again. It's got the zinc chromate in the cockpit. And like I say, just go with the rates in the book, and if it's a little bit too snappy, tone them down. I was in a hustle, so I was at my default of 100% and 70%. And for me, I think 70% it should be the high. But I also did not look at the call-outs in the book. Now, this thing comes stock out of the box with the ball links, servos installed. And with the coupon right now, you get it for what, $169? That is a tremendously generous offering, because this is easily all day long a $200 plane. No doubt about it. 4 screws here, get it done. There's the tail screws on as well, slides over a spar. Flaps, you've got ordnance that slides right off, rocket tubes. Yeah, this plane was designed for like 90 mile an hour on 4S, right? So it's a solid, sturdy little bird for sure. 169 after coupon code, and you have till the 8th of October to take advantage of that. That's what's happening. I'm going to drop it in here one more time. And again, everything we talk about is going to have a link in the real description of the video. Now, I know some of you guys have said, what happened to the chat? It's not there. These live shows never go away, but what I do is I put them on a playlist, and you have to go to the home page of the YouTube channel to get access to the live stream playlist so you can see it, because otherwise what happens, YouTube thinks I want them to promote a 2-hour long video, which no one's going to watch all of, and the channel suffers because of it. So that's why I do that. If somebody wants to see the show, it's available, but I'm not going to have YouTube like promoting it, because I'd rather people watch a 5-7 minute video all the way than 5 or 7 minutes of a 2-hour long show, which would just hurt us. So that's what's up with that. You can always get it. You can always get it. The only thing better than 1 is 2, right, deuces? Ryan O, yes, sir. Kevin Jones, it is the FMS A10 behind me. You see that Arctic camo? Yeah, man. Hey, we did videos on the channel. Check it out. How's it going over there?
Dude, it's nice.
I just don't have enough room to hold everything.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Yeah, what I've been noticing with this V2, your control surfaces and everything are mounted already.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep, everything's pre-installed from the looks of it. Check that out.
Nice. They still got the metal gear doors.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
That's crazy. Man,
Yeah,
they did it.
Yeah, they sure did. Yeah.
It's one of those things that's like the
paint's nice.
They thought they were going to, because a lot of those planes, you guys remember, what's up, Olsen Aviation? Yeah. You guys remember that a lot of the Dynam planes would have preparations made for flaps, but then you were on your own to do it. And a lot of times it was just easy not to do it. Eric Quinn says, Arrows, make a 1200 millimeter P-51B model. It will sell, believe me. Olsen Aviation, what happened to your 8S F4 Phantom? Well, I had a bunch of Phantoms for a minute. The last 8S F4 Phantom I sold. I think one before that bit the dust, though, is what's up. But I still have my 6S one. Yeah, aluminum, Mike Kennedy. Aluminium.
I'll chop it all up.
Oh, cool, Ricky. We'll check that out later. Josh Weaver, thank you. Fred Barron RC, talking to Arrows, says he still needs to made in the P-47 and the F-8F Bearcat. Fred, I did the maiden on the P-47 yesterday, and it's a solid performer. I think you want to put the biggest battery in the front you can, though. Mary Boozer says to Arrows RC, make a Helldiver, Curtis Helldiver.
That'd be cool.
It would be cool if you're taking notes. Can you imagine? That'd be nice with that big rudder, big tall vertical.
Yeah, dude.
On crosswind days, I think that son of a gun would be dialed in. And man, that Grumman stuff is tough. I mean, they built it that way. The originals. Iowa. Dan. Yeah, guys, check it out. And hey, arrows. Hey, Dan. When is Bigfoot going to be here? Fred Barron has a 2200 4S in it now. Perfect. That ought to be good. Best show in the cosmos, RC for life, Astral PX says. Olson says Flightline needs to make a big 1600 millimeter Hellcat. Jack Hawk, good to see you here. I haven't seen you before. You guys who are new to the channel, consider subscribing and hitting the bell. Stick around for more content from everything RC over here in the way of aviation. We get our hands on all of it. Yeah, 70 millimeter F-15 would be dialed in. Waiting on tracking, says Arrows. Cool. Photon. So Bigfoot should be around the corner. Copters, crawlers, and planes appreciates the Cessna, the Arrow Cessna pilot, Ryan. The Arrows, but thank you for that. Jeff in Lower Alabama needs a Bigfoot sighting. The sweet, sweet sound of crinkling foam, says Ryan O. Dave Kowischke says, Mary Boozer, he's jealous about you flying the airliner. Second week in November is our best guest from Arrows RC, says Dan. Shadow Ops, 100% fist bump. We were talking about the... my grandpa flying the ferry in one of the TBMs to Old Ironsides, Ironworks in the 80s for the 50th anniversary of Grumman. That's the Dynam P51. How do you get access to the motor on that Dynam P51D? From the front.
Yep. Just take off the nose cone.
Just take off the spinner.
Or spinner.
Nose cone, whatever. The airliner is cool, absolutely. Boozer, how's the crowd at Fallen On? What's the Mustang behind you? It's Dynam version 2. Fred Barron says, give Bobby props for building. Round of emojis for Bobby K holding it down in the background.
I love
yeah,
building.
man.
Sorry, I can't stand seeing a plane in the box.
Dude, I was killing them the other day because I had some sitting over here. Scott Parnell. Anyone see the video of the MiG-17 with a turbine in it? Sick.
That's cool.
That does sound awesome. No, but I will. I hope they put different servos in it and stuff, though. While you got Bobby K working away in the background there, give him a shout out for ragging the beans out of that MiG. Yeah. Do you guys see our last upload, man? We put up the video of Bobby K flying the MiG-17 with my boy RC Jetworks 5500 70C roaring top. And it was fantastic. Mitchell gave Bobby a hard time and he said, hey, looks like you flew that thing more upside down during that flight than right side up.
Oh, I was?
Yeah, maybe. So what? Yeah, and I maidened the Tiger Cat with that battery in it too, and it was a load different than the regular old 5000, I gotta tell you. Ring it out hard. He rung it out hard. Yeah, man. Bobby's fun to watch.
Gotta have fun with him.
Gotta have fun with him. You hold it down, Bobby, says Kevin Jones. He added an expletive in there as well for emphasis. RC Flyby Mike. Yep, made me purchase one yesterday. What, the MiG-17, man? See? I'm telling you. A lot of emojis coming to Bobby K on the MiG-17.
Thank you. More to come. More to come.
Dennis says, my favorite part was when Bobby said enough of this right side up stuff. Bobby sent that thing, says Flyby Mike.
It's a fun one, man.
It is.
It is a fun one. Stealing some tape off the box.
That turbine MiG is awesome, says Jeff. Aaron Marita wants to know if anyone made it to the Best in the West jet rally today. Not I, said the Fly. That's how we fly at Pegasus Club in Hagerstown, Maryland, says Jackson RC Aviation. Man, you got that thing together yet? Holy smokes, you about to.
Yeah, I was just trying to... I know I'm going to have to take it back apart, so I was just taping on the spinner with a piece of tape.
But, man, that looks cool.
I'm just trying to throw it together. I mean, you guys saw how fast it pretty much went together. I mean, I didn't, like, bolt it on or throw the wing spar in. Oh, yeah, I did throw the wing spar in. I just was kind of throwing it together real fast just to get a look at it.
Cool.
But there she is.
Nice, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's actually bigger than what I thought it was going to be, too.
Yeah, 47 inches, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. And like I said, I have nothing bolted together yet or anything on it, but it's just loose fit. But yeah, dude,
it's got some decals, and it could easily be customized.
Yeah, that's the best thing. Is a lot of the Dynam models, they don't come with the decals pre-installed, so you can just run wild with it if you want to, if you have a custom scheme you want to do or something. And then it's also a sticker sheet instead of water slide decals, because I know a lot of guys prefer sticker over water slide. Either one, but yeah, it's a pretty nice decal sheet, actually.
GB Linden, what did I miss? Bobby K is going to make Pilot Ryan a cameraman. Yay. Chill out. I'll kick you out of here. Y'all get to see us both do these things.
Oh, yeah, that's the fun.
That's what's up. Your conservative uncle, brother, dad, Pilot Ryan, and then you see Bobby fly it upside down.
All right, so we're done with that one.
So what did I miss, though, GB? You said something about YouTube. Olsen Aviation asked me a good question. Yeah, Jackson, what are we talking about? I'm going back in the thing. I missed something. Anyway, Love RC, what's going on? Yeah, War Buzzard, the P51 is 47 inches, so it's probably almost 1,200 millimeters or something. Real close. It's available at BitGo Hobby. You can get it through the Amazon store, which will come from BitGo anyway. Mr. JD Crow, when are you two going to get your hands on the e-flite 80mm F-18 as soon as one comes out?
We are working on it.
As soon as one comes out, hell or high water. Shadow Ops, Raven, they are looking into redesigning the nacelles to upgrade to B-52 motors. F-100, Sabre, MiG-29, or B-58 Hustler, Fred Barron. We're talking about jets, I guess. Hey, guys. Big good day from Australia, Andrew Reese. Captain Photon says someone is getting lucky tonight, and it's not Ryan. GB was... I think he's talking about the other Ryan. Yeah. I don't know. Loving my Turbo Timber and Arrows T28, says Love RC. Fantastic. E-flite F-18 Hornet. Everybody wants to know. Hey, what I think about it is we're going to have one, and we cannot wait to work it up. I enjoy the FMS 70mm one and the 90mm one from Motion tremendously. You can get the 70 and the 80 at Hobby Zone. Of course, the 80 is not available yet, but it is available for pre-order. I dropped that link earlier in the chat. I'll drop it again. Yeah, Mr. JD. I can't wait. You know, we've been fortunate and done some sponsored projects from Horizon, with Horizon as well. And I would like to make that one of those same projects. I'd like to do that one as well. Olsen Aviation, you see the Spitfire back there? He saw it already. Did you show us the box, man? I missed it.
No, I didn't. I was trying to keep it hidden, darn it.
Ah, I see. That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Dude, the paint on this.
Copters, crawlers, and planes, man. I can't wait to see us fly the F-18 either.
Oh, dude, that's going to be sweet. I'm excited.
Dude, trailing link gear, rotating, twist and turns.
Yeah.
Super dope.
Yeah, bad to the bone.
Oh, arrows. Fantastic. Looks like there's a World War I plane in the works.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll see it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody wants one. I would love to see one.
Jeremy Sean, we are looking at a Spitfire right now from Dynam.
Yep. Version 2. Dude, check out the paint on this thing, dude.
Nice.
It's smooth.
Version 2.
Yep. New paint.
New paint. Yes.
Yeah, that's got the upgraded motor too. 4-bladed prop.
Supposed to be upgraded motors, and we've got flaps pre-installed, servos, control linkages all done, and the new ones are coming with lights that are gonna work.
Yes. Yep. It comes with a better
Fred Barron.
better light controller, and you can set any lights with that light controller. There's different plugins, so you can have them solid or you can have them
Let's see
flash.
the prop, dude.
Whatever you prefer. 4-blader prop.
4-bladed prop now too.
Yep.
Yeah.
This thing's got everything installed on it too. All the control surfaces.
Yeah.
That's new. They never used
What
to
about
do
the
that.
scoops? Didn't you have to glue those on before?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
This is neat. And so, for another 4-cell bird, and what is it, 1,200 millimeters? Now, man, like anything, you got to take a good look at your hinges and stuff, right? So now that these hinges work, they never really did before, all you're relying on is the foam to do it. So you need to, sometimes it's a good idea to almost score that line and then put some hinge tape on it or something like that. Because otherwise, it will rip the foam probably.
Yeah,
I mean, it's already showing that evidence.
But my Hellcat, for example, the V2 Hellcat I have,
Nice.
I haven't messed with that yet, and I've got a ton of flights on it. And that thing, yeah, this thing's sweet.
Nice.
The paint is really nice.
Show me the prop collet. I want to see it.
Oh, that's fine.
That Spittium Mark 9, I am not sure.
Probably.
Skeptical Bill, that is a Dynam Spitfire. And this one is, the colors are different than you're used to because it's version 2. And I believe that it was initially a 3S bird and now it's not. Yep, we got a collet style prop adapter. Still kind of small. But we're gonna beat on them to change some of these little here you go.
Yep, little things.
Some of these little things. Foam tack those live foam hinges for sure, man. That and hey Fred, whoa. Thanks, Fred. For the F-18, my man. For whatever. So that's great, Fred. Thank you so much. Oh, I see what you mean. I have a Park Zone BF-109 that I got for $50. Mark 9 has 4-bladed props. Fred Barron. Flexing. Love it, guys. That's how we do things. I don't know if you can see my super duper camera back there, but that's how that stuff happens.
Couple super duper cameras.
Yeah, man. Bobby's got one now, too. The guy at the field who helped me learn to fly seemed to fly like he is scale until he goes into an inverted flat spin. Whoa! Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, guys, yeah, the F-18 has super scale looking gear.
It's gonna be sweet.
Super scale looking gear. Let's see. Let me drop a link to the F-18 pre-order from Hobby Zone here.
Man, this seems a little chunk.
And again, I think that the coffee's good, Kevin. Thanks. The Spitfire is a 4S now, but it used to be 3S. I think, like the Mustang, right? You got any manual or anything there?
Yeah, I sure do.
There you go. F-18, y'all. Get it. Can't wait to fly tomorrow. That's a pre-order for the Dynam Fly from Hobby Zone, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, this one is 3S. I'm corrected.
Is it?
Well, it says in the manual 2200 11.1 volts. So.
But that's probably an old...
Nope. I'm sorry.
14.8?
That is wrong ESC. I'm sorry. There's two ESCs available that were in here. This is. Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Three or
Sorry,
four.
I can't read.
3 or 4, Broseph.
I think it's 3.
This is probably the old manual, too.
Could be. I know the Spitfire is 4. Or I'm sorry, Hellcat's 4.
It's a 40 amp speed control.
We'll let you know if it's 4.
Yeah, it's...
Or if it can handle it.
Dude, I flew the old one on 4 and 3.
Yeah.
We did both.
Yep.
We did both. The original, yes, just winged it was 3. This one might be, but it may not be. We don't know. We'll have to look at the
for sure specs on it.
who knows what this one is. I could go look right now and see. Let me try. That's what I'm saying, Dennis.
What's that?
40 amp ESC ought to take it.
Oh, it should. That's what she said.
Fred Barron's excited for the World War I plane from Arrow. So am I.
For sure.
My goodness. So am I. It's been so awesome seeing this stuff come out from Arrows. I think you guys are going to be pumped when you finally receive your Bigfoots.
Sticker decal sheet.
Sticker decal. Yes, Olsen Aviation, we're all very sad about the B-17
Yeah, 909.
that crashed.
That was one of the first B-17s I ever stepped foot in, man.
Oh, man. Dennis, you are right. Hey, look, can you see the ESC?
Yeah.
What's it? Is it a 50? The specs on the website say 4S.
Yeah, I think it is. I can't actually.
And it also says 50 ampere.
Oh, yeah, it says 4S on the ESC.
What color is it?
It's black.
Nice.
That's all I can see on it is.
Jeff in Lower Alabama agrees. Yeah, man. Arrow said he took his whole family up in that B-17 before.
Oh, man.
Well, you're going to see it here, in operation. We got a lot to get done, though. Whew. We got a lot to get done. I tell you what, we keep doing this, we're going to end up full-time.
It's no sleep over here.
Full-time, man. full time.
No rest
As
of
if
the
we didn't. We already put in full time hours, but I mean like full time for real. So this just in. The float version of the Spitfire is 4S. The one we are showing is 3S.
Beautiful.
Did it say it was a 40 amp ESC on there, Bobby?
Let's see if I can pull this guy out without getting the wires pulled off of it. Let me grab my phone.
Just Wing It says, look at that hangar full of planes. This is just at the ones at the new house. I had everything is hanging up at the shop that I moved still.
Yep. 2 to 4S Skylord ESC 40 amp.
40 amp ESC in this one. And so this one is supposed to be the 3S version, and it is. Now you're on your own if you risk it on 4. And Arrows RC says it right, where it takes 4S to get the baby off the water, so they put the 50 amp ESC in there just to give you proper headroom. We're not quite sure yet, but we think if you get the float version, you'll easily be able to use these retracts in it. So you could essentially have the 4S version with floats and
Be able to swap them out.
be able to put the retracts in it for usually very affordable, the parts, and be able to do it. Dennis Farley, I know you're all busy, so just send the new Dynam stuff to me. I'll take good care of it. Arrows RC, my dad worked on B-17s. Funny, he was scared to death about flying in one again. Whoa.
Really?
No floats on this one, Roy, but you can get the Spitfire that has floats, though. And if you do, it's 4S, mainly because of the 50 amp speed control. And you could put retracts in it if you'd like. Oh, Fred Barron, that'd be sweet. Shadow Ops, exactly. Huh. James Reaper, welcome to the party. We like cheeseburgers as well. Thank you. Yep, the float version needs more oomph. Do you guys remember, long time ago, the Super Cub LP had the brushed gearbox system? It also had floats, and if you were going to fly with floats, you had to change the prop to like a 10.8. Otherwise, it had like a 10.6. You guys remember that? Hey!
Check out that bad
Dude,
man.
look at that spinner.
That's sweet.
Hey, that looks good, man.
Yeah. I don't
Check
have any
it out.
Yeah, dude, this thing's sweet. I'm stoked. Yeah, this
Nice.
thing's nice. Very nice. The paint is fabulous.
Now, these things still come with that glue they say is for the canopy, but it's like CA. Never use that stuff on the canopies. Use like foam tack or something like that. Dennis Farley has about couple hundred flights on his e-flite P-47 stock equipment on 4S. Arrows RC still has one of those LP. Long playing. To a 10.8, correct. Yeah, just wing it. Old school. We're dating ourselves. You know, the RC business is like dog years, right? Like what takes a year to happen, really, it's like 7 years in model time. Josh Weaver says Vanna Bobby at it again.
Heck yeah.
Fred Barron still has one on floats and in the box. Holy smokes, Fred. You're a museum. Mary Boozer's home after a long week of getting it done. Awesome. Holy smokes. It came with a 9.6. Okay. Will there be a distributor in Australia in the near future, as ordering from here cost a packet on freight? Sometimes almost as much as the model or real close to it anyways. I don't know the answer to any of that, man. I am sorry. Adam Hampton says, good video on the FMS Flash, Ryan. Looks like fun. It is fun and a little bit scary. You gotta say it. Andrew, Arrows RC is going to check on that for you, okay? Hey, Bobby, can you show us the intake detail on the Mustang in front of the camera a little bit?
Oh, yeah. I got stuff taped together here, so
Nothing's really put together for real.
you know what, I'm just gonna take the wing off. It'll probably be easier.
Okay. Randy's oldest plane is a Hobby Zone Super Cub LP, still flies. Yeah, man.
So the intake.
Get up in there, man. It's okay if you block us.
You see it? Oh,
Yep.
It's hard to tell like what we.
It's closed, but it could be darkened or cut out.
I haven't looked at the decal sheet too close either. There might even be a black sticker to put in there also.
Yeah.
But
Over 100 park flyers and larger in the hangar, says Fred.
holy smokes.
Blade 400 RC Heli's the oldest. Oh, yeah. Andrew would love to get some of these Arrows planes. Get in here, man.
All right.
Captain Photon put up a video link. Sweet Mustang. Yeah. So, the Mustang 3 or 4S, do we know?
I don't know. Let's check.
I may get an answer in a minute because our Jing's watching.
All right.
Yeah, we've been getting hit up in Messenger, man.
I can't see it. I want to say they both have the same power system.
I'm sure the specs on the website are up to date.
Yeah, of course.
If perhaps the manual isn't.
I'm gonna pop on there right now for you guys.
Dennis Farley says, cut the chin scoop open on that Dynam. No heating problems after that.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, man, yeah. Thoughts and prayers with the families affected by the B-17 crash and the loss of those people.
Yeah, it's really sad. And hopefully the Collings Foundation will get everything in order also.
Oh, man.
And prayers for them there. And yeah, huge loss to the whole aviation community, really. Pretty sad.
Four S ship, yeah, we did that on our P-51. 3S on the Mustang.
All right.
Mike Kennedy says Arrows is great, and Dan will call you back himself if you have a question. That's great. That is how it should be too. And that's what's going on with BitGo as well.
Yeah.
They're going to be,
Someone's home.
the source.
Yep.
Where you get it, where you get your parts, where you get your customer service will all be consolidated, and that it's easy to keep track of things that way.
Yeah, it sure is.
Man, talk to the folks for a minute. I'm going to hit the loo
No problem.
and grab something else to drink because my throat is done. Oh, man. All right. Show 61.
61. Yeah, there
Hey,
anything?
Check this out.
What's up?
Do you remember how goofy the pilots used to look?
Yeah.
These dudes look legit. Check it out.
You guys see that?
They used to look like Mario Brothers.
Yeah. Now they look really good. Yeah, that's legit. I did not see that. Nice little pilot. There any other questions you guys have about Bitco or Dynam? Anything? What is Bitco? As in, is it the website, or are you asking like what is a Bitco? Come over and work on some in your hangar, huh? I love putting stuff together. That's part of the fun. You got to have fun putting it together. Then you get to see what you put together, get up in the air, and that's all about the hobby. I love it. Love everything about it. Is that a jet helmet? Could be. I'm not really quite too sure, to be honest with you. Let's see. Yeah, yep. BitGo is in Columbus, Indiana. They're not too far from us. We're in South Bend. We're just about 3.5 to 4 hours north, I want to say, from Columbus. Great customer service, great shipping. Yeah, check them out. Check them out. I'm going to drop a link here. If you guys see me on here, I'm usually Test Pilot RC, which that's going to change here soon as well. Yeah, here, I'll look up a link and drop it in there for you guys so you guys can all visit the website. Later, deuces. See you, buddy. Sorry, I'm trying to pop a link in there for you guys. See if you can convince Dynam to put a proper 6S setup in the Gloster Meteor, and I would buy it. So, about the Gloster, that's another thing that... So, I know when Captain Blosh and them got it, that was actually a V1. The ones that are up for sale now and that customers are getting are still a 4S power system, but the power systems are upgraded. They're 12-blade fan units, and I can't remember exactly the KV on the motor. I can definitely get back to you on all that kind of good stuff. But everything in the Gloster is now upgraded. And I have one. I get 3 minutes of flight on it on a 4-cell 5000. And there's plenty of room in there. It does like the nose weight, so you can even go up to a 6000 for us if you want. And that thing is fun. Especially it flies good in wind. I can make it stand still. I've got
what plane?
The Gloster Meteor.
Oh, yeah.
That thing's sweet. On 6S, it would be awesome, too.
Oh, man. What I miss. Yeah, guys, thanks for coming. If you're on your way, if you're leaving, give it a thumbs up on your way out. Guys still have their SC5A. Is that you? Yep.
Test Pilot RC is me. I just dropped the link to BitGo also. So if you guys having a hard time finding it, hit the link, take you right to the site.
And once everything gets sorted, which we're right on the precipice of, you'll see.
Yeah.
You'll definitely know
Yep.
who Test Pilot RC is because it'll say BitGo
or what? Yeah.
or he'll be. It'll say Pilot Ryan Media.
And EQRC. Yeah, you can call them to place an order. Yep, sure can.
Ryan, I would then have what?
Hey, what are you talking about? I didn't sit in his chair.
Ryan, I would then have no business. I don't know. I miss that. What I miss?
He said Bobby's just sitting there, sold 3 planes.
Did you? What? Oh, Dynam. Andrew Reese. Yeah, man. Stay thirsty, my friend, says Kevin. I don't know what I missed, but World War I stuff, maybe.
Yeah. I would love a Wildcat. That would be a good one. One of my... If someone would make a nice one, I think... Who used to make one? Was that...
What was it?
Wildcat? Someone...
Park Zone.
Was it Park Zone?
Yeah.
They have retracts?
No.
No.
And it's a 38-inch hand launcher. They got it on the HobbyZone.com website, as a matter of fact. Just sitting there, sold 3 planes, Captain Photon. I'm going to drop the... Oh, my gosh. My throat, y'all. I sound like I'm going through puberty.
Squeaky cheeks over here.
Squeaky cheeks. Wildcat. They brought that thing back and put safe in it.
Dude, we need one with bigger.
A bigger one would be awesome, but boy, what an engineering feat that would be. Arrows RC beat me to it. There was a guy who made that little Park Zone Wildcat actually work with functional scale landing gear, but it added, I forget his name. He was famous on the forums for a long time, but it added so much weight to it, and you had to do a tremendous amount of work.
Uh-huh.
This was in the old days. What was his name? Anybody remember? Dennis. You're crazy. All right, talk to the people while I do this link deal. Hey, Mitchell just did it. That's the... Oh, yeah. That's the specific link to the P47.
Yeah,
Did you
LX, yeah.
Did you just buy it, Mitchell? Cool, man. Orion Pax! Just wing it. Yes! That dude was internet famous, like, pre-internet. Orion Pax did all kinds of crazy mods. These were available too. People wanted them so bad, he figured out how to like make that stuff repeatable. But this is pre 3D printing.
Oh,
This dude
jeez.
designed a set of retracts for the Wildcat. What a deal.
That's
Mitchell
sweet.
Farley, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Let's see. Let me go to my link deal.
Yeah, it was LX that I remember. They do have a Wildcat out.
Yes,
I
they
forgot
do.
about that
And
one.
it's a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just Wing It says it's kind of weak. The LX stuff was always like a little weak on
Yeah.
components, but looked pretty decent, you know?
Yeah.
Arrows, Andrew Reese. I'm about to drop a link that'll get you. I mean, Arrows RC is all sold at the hobbyzone.com website. I'm about to drop a link to. So hold on just a moment and you can see that. Let's see. And I'll drop it in the chat. This should be the link to the HobbyZone site. Put it in the chat, and this is for everybody. Check it out. So when you go to the hobbyzone.com website, that's where you'll find all the Arrows RC planes. You should also see a little banner that says Pilot Ryan, Captain Mike, stuff like that. For now, that's the way to go. Yep. Sweet action. Man, 1042. Holy smokes. If Taylor Swift is on Saturday Night Live tonight, I might have to dip out early. I think she is.
Probably.
I think she actually is. They usually do those shows in kind of consecutive, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think she was on Jimmy Fallon this week.
Oh,
Anyway.
probably all in the same area. Bada boom, bada bing.
Yeah, man.
1042 and so much to do.
Yeah, man. The wings folded for display purposes. Dennis Farley asks, so HobbyZone is going to become Arrows RC? It's a little bit one and the same, kind of, I would have to say. Brian Campbell wants to know if you can buy in person from BitGo
Yes.
in Columbus, Indiana. Bottle of pop, big banana. BitGo's in Columbus, Indiana.
Yeah, man, their customer service is excellent. So if you do want to purchase something, I suggest just giving them a call, and I'm sure they can make something happen for you for sure.
There may be eventually a disposition at checkout where you can annotate that you want to pick it up. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like local pickup.
Yeah.
And it's something that if it's not available now, maybe can be in the future. Watching Pilot Ryan and BSU. BSU, Ball State University, dude. I'm from Muncie. Scott Parnell asks a question that I need more to answer. Never used the stabilizer units yet. Do you trim your plane before turning it on or take off with it on, then trim? Whatever stabilizers you're talking about, usually protocol would be as close to neutral on your surfaces prior to taking off,
Oh, for sure.
with or regardless if you had a stabilizer or not. And then, depending on the stabilizer, Boise State. Okay. Depending on the stabilizer, like, I mean, the manuals are tremendous, right? So the Horizon Hobby manuals will tell you can trim, but to like give it 3 seconds
Yeah, don't
after
you let it off? You just let off, and then after you trim, 3 seconds, and then
trim it, let off for 3 seconds, and then go back to flying. But if you have to trim it like a lot of clicks, I think more than 8 or so, they want you to land it and return to neutral and don't rely on it. And that's just to get the most out of that onboard stabilization. It's not because it causes any detriment. It's just that you're going to cheat yourself, so to say.
Yeah.
If you've already taken up some of its tolerances, it might only be able to stabilize in certain axis. Maybe only one half of that axis instead of both, up and down.
Yep.
Don't know why they say that. That's my guess. What? Did someone do it again?
What's that?
He didn't do it twice, did he? Look at that.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did I miss it?
Possibly.
No. Nah.
No?
I don't think so.
I
That'd
don't
be
know.
crazy. It'd be
Blue
awesome.
football field. Yes, I've been by that football stadium. It is wild looking. Yep.
Andrew Reese wants to know if we've done anything with or have done anything with Durafly. Many years ago, Captain Mike and I did the Durafly Corsair, which was FMS made plane. And it was the 1100 millimeter one. It was a fantastic little bird. And there's one a lot like it available at hobbyzone.com right now, under the Arrows RC moniker.
Yep. Let's see.
You know what I'm
Speaking
saying?
of stabilizers, RC heli. I dabble in helis a little bit.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I have no idea.
I think it's the Beast X 7200 from Spectrum. That's what I've been running. Some of my stuff's a little older, though, and I honestly haven't picked up a helicopter this year because I've been so busy with airplanes. So, yeah, that's what I have in my two. I have 2 Align 450s, and that's what I fly in those.
Boise State is the best example of using broader broadcast options to build their program. The local high schools used to play their games on the Smurfs turf.
That's pretty cool.
War Buzzard has a Durafly Spitfire and he can't kill it. Adam Hampton, see you later, man. Thanks for coming by.
See you, buddy.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, Brad BRC. I have, hey Ryan, I have a chance to grab up a Flex Innovations FlexJet. What do you think about it? We did a look on the RC Jetworks playlist on this channel. We flew one in Texas. It was amazing. Everybody I know who's flown one has really enjoyed it.
They look sweet.
Dave Kolwischke wants to know if the Dynam Corsair comes with the decals pre-installed. Is there a version 2 coming? I do not think it comes with the decals pre-installed.
No. And
version 1 was pretty darn good already.
Yeah, version 1's pretty sweet.
Gotta say.
Yep.
50-incher.
Yeah.
It was, for me, the first bigger Corsair back at the time that had the right dihedral.
Yeah.
Because the FMS 1400 millimeter Corsair's dihedral was too flat. And then the Dynam one, the dihedral was spot on. The paint was pretty darn good.
Yep.
And when you got enough up in the nose, we had a great time flying that one for video.
Yeah, I'll find out though on that. You're gonna see a lot of the originals coming back with a V2. So that Corsair could very well, you might see it in a V2 here in the near future. So.
Yeah, you never know. And like I said, the V1 was pretty darn okay. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's I feel like the Corsair, the Hellcat, and the Hurricane were some of their more recent aircraft, and so they had some of those cool things we liked. Thicker prop shafts, bolt on.
Yep.
A little more room sometimes for batteries, things like that. Dave Kolwischke says he loves Corsairs. We all know that. We love you too, man. You can never have too many. The Dynam would make number 10.
Hey, we like
My
keeping
thoughts
numbers.
really are with you, Dave. Not to bring it down, but fair winds and following skies for your sister and your family. I'm sorry about that for you. Dave had a loss this week, and
Sorry. to hear
that's
that.
tough.
Yeah, it sure is.
God bless you, man. Mitchell Farley, great show tonight, guys. Sounds like they are only gong to get better. Hey, that eye's gonna cost you. You're missing an eye. An eye for an eye.
Spell check.
Arr. Mitchell, thank you, man. Love you to pieces. This is the best. I look forward to Saturday so much.
Oh, dude, me too.
Talking fast to the factory, Arrows RC. You guys never take your eyes off of Arrows RC. Dan's been around the block for a minute, and super cool guy, super fun, and like gets things done. I've spent some time in the business, but what I picked up from Dan I had never seen, because I came up kind of we were all a little bit new to the party. Dan has a wealth of experience and connection, and just has this great grab and hold of the business and these planes and how things work. That it's just really neat. And I had never been around anybody who really had that perspective. It's like he's a trusty shellback. You know what I mean? An old salt. He's been around in this business, and they're listening. So keep on talking, y'all. Keep on talking. If you have never tried a flight test product, would you ever? My answer to this one is not very complicated. I like scale-looking airplanes. And the reason I fly decent for video is because even before video, I always wanted to see them. Mm-hmm. I want them close, eye level, whatever.
Yep.
And so for me, Dan, no, you're a tremendous cat, and I'm glad to know you. For me, on the flight test stuff, they just like gas planes. I think I admire the people who build them, and thank goodness for those cats. That's why we're all here talking about foamies now.
Heck yeah.
Right? But I'll never do a gas plane. Just like probably not. Anytime soon will I endeavor to take on a balsa build. Nor will I build a pizza box to make it fly.
Well, and I've got something for you too. I have a gas plane, but it's converted to electric.
Yeah, man. So on the flight test deal, if I can buy a Cub that's got you know what I mean? Like an awesome paint job, rivet detail, strut, flying wires, like all these things for like even $500, I'm way more inclined to buy something that looks like a plane than I am to build one that still just resembles the aircraft but is obviously cardboard. And of course you can paint him and all that stuff, and that's cool. But things that there isn't a market for, like a Star Wars destroyer or whatever, or something that you've got to build one to have one, like I'm into that idea, like big time.
Yep.
But something that I can get easily and assemble easily and slap together, I'm never going to want one out of that foam. But like seriously, the Star Wars, like whatever destroyer or any kind of crazy thing, I think building one would be fun.
Yeah, for sure. And that Spitfire is 179. I saw someone ask about that.
Okay.
And I dropped a link to it also.
Awesome sauce. And we'll be consolidating all this stuff, man, here in the next few weeks, trying to get... Scott Parnell, turbines, you know what? Because of HSD, turbines are something that I can't rule out. The fact that you can get a really solid foamy turbine keeps it on the table. Now, it's not something I'm pining over, but that T-33 in in electric version, I'm interested in. Turbines are great, but I don't have time to do the waiver. I don't want to deal with the fuel. I'm already invested in batteries. We've got this thing that we've built over the years that's just we're an electric kind of foamy kind of place. And so I'm good with that. We had a ball flying the turbine with Andy down in Texas. But if I were to get the Super Viper, I'd get the electric one for me. How well do the foam jets hold up in cold weather? Batteries mainly. We'll be ordering a couple 64mm models from Motion RC. Asking because I'm up in Canada and winter is coming. Hey, man, if they're working out the Marlin in Minnesota, it's a 64mm. They'll hold up. I mean, keep the batteries in your pockets. You'll be okay. Guys are getting along flying jets in all kinds of climates. So, I mean, you might suffer a little bit, but nothing you'd probably ever notice.
Yeah, and like Marlin, for example, that has just regular wire landing gear, so you don't have to worry about anything failing there, too, in cold weather, which is nice.
Or belly land it.
Yeah, shovel yourself off a spot and go.
Anyone turn a Commander into a 4S? Dude, most of that e-flite stuff, guys are flying on 3 and 4S without doing anything to them. Thislamic, wasn't that Havoc EPP? No, it's EPO. The one I crashed. Yeah, expanded polyolefin. Or every plane ointment, for those who remember way back in the day flight test videos. Ariel Varela, good day, Ryan. I watch your show from Australia, but holidaying in Orlando. Great to catch you live in the U.S. Love the show. Cheers, man. Thanks so much for that comment. I must be an oddball. I do electric, EDF, gas, scale, gas, 3D, and turbines. Like them all. Blondes, brunettes, and redheads. Good. Hey, George, that's cool, man. No problems with any of that. I just know what I like, you know. And I think we do a pretty in the realm of electrics. I think we're doing pretty good to show a wide array of what's available. You know what I mean? Bobby and I are skilled enough to really just hang out in 6S territory for the rest of our lives.
Oh, man.
Maybe 8 or 12S. But, man, we have a ball flying these 2S jobbers, too.
Heck yeah. And the best thing about those, if you're short
Islamic,
on time...
thank you, man. Subscribe, stick around.
Yeah, like I was saying, with those little guys, you can throw them right in the car and go. And doesn't take much room either. So
Dude.
if you have a local park by your house, can't make it out to the field, it's the perfect little plane to throw in there.
And I'm telling you, winter's coming on for us, which isn't going to stop us.
No.
Sean Gallagher, RC Jetworks team pilot, ladies and gentlemen, he says that Andy would surely give me a hand on the sticks on the new HSD T33 turbine. I know he would.
That thing looks sweet.
And when the time comes, we'll be doing some more projects with him as well. Are there RC airfields near Bloomington, Indiana? I'm sure there are.
There's gotta be.
They're everywhere if you really look. Man, there's a lot of new cats in here. We still got 87 in here at 2 hours.
All right. Loving it.
Dude.
You know, I'll step up too so these guys can see the Spitfire and the Mustang.
Man, I'm going to grab this little Cessna because it's a doll, dude.
Oh, dude, that thing is
Can you get it better than I can?
Yeah.
Again, I can't get back there. Guys, I have completely filled the basement. I've been here for not that long. That little guy is solid. And man, I'm going to gloat on these a little bit because...
I'm going to gloat on this one because...
it's awesome.
This thing is sweet and it's you can see it in like any kind of light too. That thing, man, the night we were filming that, it was pretty dark skies and it popped.
This little 2S Cessna was a blast. Comes with flaps and, again, ridiculously generous pricing from hobbyzone.com. Same with the Cub. And hold this thing. You remember these.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell it's got a motor in the front. So the way they made the battery compartments on these, the battery compartments are right where the CG is. And so the motors are hefty enough that with the battery back on the CG, they were dialed in. That little Cessna, what a ball.
Sweet.
Now, 2S batteries, not all of us have them, but man, they're easy to get. Takes a JST connector. Yeah, War Buzzard, those are Arrows planes, and we did flight videos on both those little dogs not that long ago. Check out the playlist on this channel. New house to store the planes. I tell you what's going to happen. Ryan O, if I were to temporarily send you a non-scale plane in the future, would you want to fly it a few times? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'd do it. So, talking about getting another house for all the planes. Nah, we're going to grow this thing into a building is what we're going to do.
Heck yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We're going to grow this thing into a location of business. Just wing it. See you later, my friend. He's checking out. Thanks for coming over, man. Always a pleasure. Always good to see you. Appreciate what you do for the hobby as well, man. Jordan Dole, Arrows RC, if you need a B-25 scheme, I saw the Miss Mitchell earlier this year from the Minnesota CAF, and it was awesome. Just an idea. They have a cooler too, Josh. They use a carver pump. My Thunder Chief 4S. Blue skies, fair winds, and happy landings to my fellow hangar rat, says Just Wing It. Arrows RC's looking into it, Jordan. Awesome sauce. Awesome. Man, so what else came out this week? You know, I was thinking about the news. The news was pretty obvious, you know, the big B-17 tragedy and the F-18 and the airliner.
Yeah.
I mean,
Been a busy week.
it's been a lot going on. I'm looking at this big old Tiger Cat right now. Boy, that's a beast.
Yeah, that thing's sweet.
We got a lot to do. Do the yellow rose paint scheme for the B-25, says Olsen Aviation. If that's the one I'm thinking of, boy, that's a good looking nose art. Am I right? Victor Shamulus, the sword has retracts and flaps to help slow it down. Wreck-It Rob's RC. This is always cool to hear this kind of stuff. Wreck-It Rob's RC, starting a new YouTube channel after watching you guys. Fantastic. Keep coming over here, man, and follow all these other guys that have channels, see how they're doing it. There's a lot more to YouTube than just making videos, but man, make videos, put them up, engage with the people who comment on them, title them right, and keep at it, and you'll be all right. The only thing is, I think if you don't expect a lot right away, you'll be okay. It takes a lot of hard work to get to this point, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You may have answered this 100 times, but out of the Havoc, FMS Futura, and Super Scorpion, what's your favorite sport jet? Man. That's a tough call. Hey, Tom, thanks. Thank you for that very much.
That Futura is pretty cool, too.
The Futura is awesome. He asked about that. Man, I don't feel like I'm done with the Havoc yet because I crashed it so hard on my second flight, so I'm still like kind of pining for that one, although I'm too busy to mess with it. We already got
so close to flying it, I could taste it.
Oh my gosh, I completely screwed Bobby up.
Ripped the spoon out of my mouth.
So, Scott Parnell, thanks so much. See you next time. Fred, we'll get to that in a minute. Don't let me forget. Futura, Havoc, what's the other one he said? Super Scorpion. The Super Scorpion 90mm FMS is fantastic.
That thing is sweet.
It actually really is fantastic.
It's big.
It is big, 90 millimeter, very efficient, 12-bladed fan.
Don't have to worry about losing track of that thing.
No, you don't, because it's super. And those are available. If they're not on the Hobby Zone store, you can get them through the Amazon shop. But same with the Havoc. But I really enjoy the Futura. Out of those three that you told me, I kind of have to say the Havoc. I think the Avanti is still a fantastic aircraft. The Futura is kind of smaller. The Havoc's a little bigger. The Havoc seems to be carrying a little mass in the ass, so to say. So it's a little snappy.
Yep.
But challenges are fun, but it was also just a bad mamma jamma. So that's a tough call, man. You have to, whatever you're leaning on, that's the one to get, you know? He dumped it on purpose, Bobby, says Fred. No way. No way. Dennis Farley says, Arrows, you guys rock. Oh, man, Sean hadn't flown in a long time. He's on a Route 66 trip. Good night, Foam Flyers. FMS needs more 90mm options. Yes.
For sure.
Mitchell Farley, Dan, do you want me to send you the electronics from my Marlin? I think he does. And he got with you, it looks like. That's great. Did I answer that question? Yes, Mitchell. Yeah, man. Get him those electronics to look at if you can. Making customer service happen right now. 11 o'clock Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen. Arrows RC. Fred Barron asked me about the Tiger Cat. The Tiger Cat was fantastic. We set it up by the book. Even though the book said go inboard, it was color-coded to spin outboard. That's what we did. It flew fantastic. Just like the P-38 and the Flightline RC did when I worked them up. And they apparently changed it as time went on, but I had the first Flightline RC Tiger Cat in the States, me and probably John Barnes, the magazine guy. Bajora.
Yep.
Captain Photon wants to buy Bobby a Havoc just because.
I'll send you the address.
George Watt says he loves his Avanti. It was an early version. It can be bouncy. Yeah, man, the Avanti needs it. It wants to fly so much, and it does it so well that you have to like bleed off every bit of speed.
Yep.
Every bit. Olson Aviation, Pilot Ryan Media, Bobby, what do you think about a MiG-19? What? I don't know what it looks like.
That'd be kind of cool. Man, I'd love to see
I'm going to look it up right now.
One of those ugly one. What is it? Real ugly. Russia's version of the A-10. What is that? The Flogger? Or the
MiG-19. I don't know, man. No collusion. Boy, it looks like a MiG-21.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure does. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool, but there's already a MiG-21, so pretty close. Pretty close. These are not very good pictures. The tail's a little different. Boy, that's a lot like a MiG-21. Ryan O says, Bobby, because of your feedback on the Cirrus, it has moved up several spots on my wish list. Frogfoot. The Flogger was kind of weird. SU-22 would be awesome.
Maybe it's the 25 or something. I can't remember.
Finish the FMS Tiger Cat flight, yo.
It wasn't the Fox.
All right, so nobody was around to film. I had to get it done yesterday. After the talk on Dave's RC live stream, where I made a comment like poor dead horse, because we just beat that dead horse to death on the prop rotation on the Tiger Cat. So this is what I was wanting to say the whole time. First of all, whatever configuration you decide to do, it will fly great. If you go with standard rotation on both engines, which is scale on a real F7F, you're going to have torque forces to deal with in the way of right rudder. Par for the course. It's a tricycle gear. It can handle it. It's
That's
okay.
what it is.
It's just, can the modeler handle it? So counter-rotating is pretty handy. And the props for the Tiger Cat we received came with right and a left. You know what I mean? Counter-rotating.
Yep. SU-25, that's exactly what it was.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to see one of those. It's like, that thing's sweet. Full of ordnance, too. Man. That's one of my favorites.
So we're set up for outboard from the top, spinning props, which is the way real P-38s are and the way the Flightline P-38 is. And it was fine. So the Maiden was amazing. No one was there to film it. I did put the camera on the runway and on me a little bit just to like capture my impressions. But on the maiden flight, I was ripping the snot out of it right away. I mean, it was awesome. And I've flown them both now. So, bigger flies better, right? I mean, it just does. So, here's my thing on these Tiger Cats. If you have the money and you have 6S batteries and you want suspension out of the box, FMS is the choice you're going to make.
And super realistic suspension.
Super realistic. It's a
Well, the
great,
gear,
solid flyer. It feels very rigid. It only takes one 6S battery. But if you're in 4-cell territory and you don't want to maybe have to take it apart, this one's big enough you got to take something apart. I was usually able to get the 1600 in, though, without taking it apart.
Yep.
But if you're a 4-cell guy, the choice is easy. Buy 6S and get the FMS one. No, I'm just kidding. The Flightline Tiger Cat is awesome as well.
Yep.
And again, if you're a beginner and it's your first twin, you might want to make stuff work for counter-rotating, whichever way you decide to spin. And you're going to eliminate torque forces. You know, you'll cancel they're there, but they're canceled out. So, yeah, man, you can't go wrong.
Yep.
You can't go wrong. The FMS Tiger Cat is amazing. We got the Maiden in the books. Very minimal footage. Probably won't be putting that out. Maybe on the Patreon page. Very exclusive. But that's all.
We'll get a lot of good stuff.
We're going to get it out and do it for
yeah.
real. We're both going to fly it. We're going to get our new cameras on it and do it justice. It's nice. I can't quit looking at it. I got the decals on today.
Yeah, it's sweet.
I picked the King of the Cats paint scheme.
Definitely.
So, yeah, Fred Barron. I did the Maiden on the 5500 70C roaring top. All the way forward, nice and heavy, was amazing and had some pep. And then I flew the second flight with the Admiral 5000 that's been around for a minute. It was a little bit lighter, and it's a lower C, and it flew like it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, Sukhoi love, MiGs, talking about Russian planes. Sweet. Let's see. I can't get enough to drink.
Thunder Chief 4S. I think you'd have to upgrade the power system. I know there's guys doing it. I'm not too sure what power system, but I know the stock version probably won't take 4S for too long because I've tried it on some other 3S power systems of theirs, and you will burn them up.
Yeah,
My best advice.
Also, too, I mean, any warranty thing is out the window when you do that kind of stuff. So if you're worried about that, you know what I mean. Have you flown it yet? I thought all those little Toss and Boss planes did better the lighter you could keep it.
Yeah, yep. I have a couple of them, and yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, the Frogfoot, that thing is ugly, but for some reason I'm so attracted to ugly aircraft, man. I love them.
Victor Shamulus's son will maiden his second Tiger Cat from Flightline tomorrow. He has the upgraded struts already from the first one. Nice. I worked hard to get those struts right. They were not right. The first 2 versions of struts they sent, they were not right. I had them pull them from the shelf and get it right. Because I was testing them out.
How much do you like the Phantom 4 F490, and can you do high alphas as well as the F16?
I do not think that the F4 is a high alpha plane.
Yeah, I have one, and all I can say is if you get high alpha, be high because you're flirting with disaster.
You're absolutely flirting with disaster. Let's put it this way. Every weird little facet on the F4, the tail that's down like this, the turned up tips, every weird looking thing that makes the F4 an F4 was put in there to fix an inherent stability flaw in its design.
Yeah.
So that thing has got a lot going on.
It flies heavy.
She's got baggage that she brings to the relationship. I'm not kidding.
No, I know, man.
It's awesome. They're great. I feel like you have to fly that one fast, though.
Oh, yeah.
And if you watch, it's on YouTube. You can watch training videos of the full scale, F4. And they had a list of things that they had to go by. Under certain speeds, you couldn't do this. It's a very, very specific way to not kill yourself in that jet.
Yeah. Me and my F4, we don't get along with flaps.
Really?
We do not get along. No. So I bring mine in. I smoke it in a lot of the times.
Yeah.
No flap.
And it'll stay sitting down.
Oh, she will.
I mean,
yeah.
that son of a gun, if you can bring it in on the mains and hold the nose off, you're lucky.
Yeah.
Because normally it's just down on 3. Bam. Velcro tires.
I can bring it in, but it's just better without flap for some reason. Good night, Jeff.
See you later. F4 was designed to go to all the way or nothing. Yeah. Olsen Aviation, I do still have my Flightline P38. I did a custom green one, 23 Skidoo. I got rid of my silver one. I turned my silver one into a recon ship flown by Antoine Saint-Exupéry, who was the author of The Little Prince, which is a very famous book. The guy was a exquisite pilot, super smart guy, but also some sort of conscientious objector. But he wanted to contribute to the effort, so he flew recon. In P-38, they called them F-5s. Do you remember that all-silver P-38 I had?
Oh, yeah.
I made it all silver. I put French markings on it because that's what it was.
Yep.
And I did the P-38 in the guy who wrote The Little Prince book, which is super famous book, man. Do you have an F-22? Absolutely, and they're awesome.
Oh, yes. Yeah, me and Ryan actually did a video together on the 22 comparing the FMS unit in one and the stock power system.
That's right. Sean Gallagher, see you later, my friend. Yeah, check out the channel. We did a versus video. Me and Bobby Committa flying basically formation kind of drag racing. He had a stock F-22. I had a F-22, except I put an FMS 90mm unit in it. And it's a good little video. Brad BRC, just wondering, Ryan, have you ever flown helis? A couple times. Not my thing. Just not interested. Just not interested in them.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
It's cool if you like them.
Yeah, for sure.
They're getting better too. There's more and more choices. I think
they're a lot better than they were when I first started. That's for sure. Especially all the flybarless stuff now, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
The 64mm 4S Raptor is nice. Yeah, it is. What's funny is like I get a taste of some of these airframes in 4S or 3S versions, and then when they release a big one, I already know I'm gonna like it. Like
I know it's gonna be good.
Dude, I was sold on an F-22 the minute I pulled some high alpha, really neat landings out of the 4S one.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is going to be sweet when they make a big one.
I love that. That's one of my favorites. I had to have it no matter what when
It's
they came out with
neat.
it, man. And it flies awesome.
Army Aviation Official asks a question, and I'm going to answer it. Let's see. FMS model just posted it Instagram. Sorry. Olsen Aviation Crew Chief. What kind of question is that? Bobby, how did you start out this channel?
I just saw that.
But I talk better. How did you start out this channel? In 2012, September, Captain Mike and I, actually it was me, uploaded the first video to this channel. It was the FMS Hellcat. I filmed it actually by myself, which is very telling. I had camera set up on a tripod on the ground and did some talking head stuff in the studio. So yeah.
We'll be coming through your state. Tri-Valley RC in South Bend, Indiana. You might be able to find it online. I'm not sure. I've never really looked. But that's where me and this guy fly at most of the time. Let us know when you come in. We'll come fly. Any large scale? I used to fly large scale 3D planes, and all of mine were actually gas 30cc and above. And it's been a while though. Once I really got my feet wet in electrics, man, I'd hate to say it, but I started to phase out of a lot of stuff because I get my hands on scale stuff. I love scale stuff, and one of my most favorite things to do, I love shooting approaches.
Me too.
That's my jive right there. And yeah, oh man, so it's hard for me to get 3D stuff. There's some other foamy 3D planes I have that are fun. I like to throw them around, but my main gig is definitely scale. I love scale stuff.
Yeah, me too. I want them to look like a real plane.
Oh, for sure.
Now, sometimes the model comes out, looks really awesome, and it's made to fly well as a model, and those are a treat, you know?
Yeah.
Army Aviation Official, so you're an original. Yeah, man. So 2012, Captain Mike and I started this channel. We worked hard, got some notice, did some flight lessons. We had taught guys how to fly at the field. We thought this is worthy of sharing. Started to put it into video, and then 9 months later, we took a gig where we helped a startup grow their business, and we did that for 5 years. Yeah, that's right. The airfield FMS F6F. That's right. That's right. So yeah, and then we took a break on this channel for 5 years. Came back like a year ago to this channel, and I've been hitting it hard. And the whole thing has grown. I mean, it's been a minute. It's 2012.
Yeah.
Been doing YouTube since 2012 and social media, and kind of learned it by mistake. Just by, here's the deal. What the things that work on social are what work if you're a good person. Like if somebody were to, instead of a comment, if they were to leave a note on your door and you answered it back, or what I mean, or called you, or it's we just love what we're doing, so you naturally do all the right things, and before you know it, you're doing pretty okay. It's just like if you picked up a guitar every day, but you didn't know how to play one.
Yep.
What's the math? 7 years later, you probably ought to know how to play something by now.
Oh,
Just because you just spent time with it.
Yep. I've seen a couple of those e-flite Extra 300s. Those look fun.
Yeah. Yeah. They're FM. They're like the FMS Extra 300,
yeah.
but they tweaked them. They improved some stuff.
Yeah.
I think there's some things going on.
I do want to get my hands on one. So I had the Red Bull. You remember that older Red Bull one?
My beard's been going gray. It's just that I didn't shave. I'm 45. Give me a break. Look at that, Wolfman Jack style. Hey, everybody. What's a Wolfman Jack have to say today? That's when you were still smoking on radio. What were you talking about? The Red Bull Extra 300?
Yeah, the Red Bull Extra 300 I had horrible luck with
Wolfman
it.
Jack.
I
You had bad luck?
Dude, horrible.
That was one of those
couldn't-
Stroffenfossils or something.
I could
right?
never get to fly right, man. Tried everything. Switched out receivers, all types of good stuff, and I
That
could
was a weird
never
deal.
dial it in. I mean, a ton of nose weight, too, in that thing.
Yes, Dave. It's weathering, says Fred Barron. My grandpa, bless his heart and rest in peace. He used to say something about beards. It's real and it's groovy. Something like that. Olsen Aviation. I would love to go to Slovenia and do some videos with the Petrenchik brothers.
That'd be cool.
One of these days. One of these days. Right now I'm just trying to figure out winter time.
Winter is coming.
Winter time. I want to get somewhere south and do something. So, the better we do over here, the more opportunities that creates for us
Oh, definitely.
in the way of collaborations and things like that. Slow down on that coffee, Ryan. You'll be up all night. Yeah, man. Wisdom hairs, says Josh Weaver. Wisdom hairs. Oh, my goodness, guys. 2.5 hours. Terry said I have 10 years at Pilot Remy, and I don't have gray in mine. I reminded her I can't grow one. Well, you can't grow a beard? You got no gray in yours? Yeah, Pilot Robert's got his hand back. He's flying. That's awesome.
Yeah, those guys are great.
Photon, get bent. I will buy you a one-way ticket, Ryan. Dennis Farley. Something. All right, man. Look, 2.5 hours. We are not going 4 and some change tonight.
I have Red Bull, though.
In Indiana, we're in South Bend. Taco Bell, bro. Gonna come up to Oshkosh in 2020, man. I don't know.
I am actually planning on it,
Victor.
so I might be there.
You
I'm hoping
and
to fly
Bobby
in,
get
actually.
bent. With the Timber Brothers.
That would be sweet. I have another buddy that I fly with quite a bit, so
Nice.
yeah, the Timber Brother. That'd be awesome. Have him come swoop me up.
Army Aviation Official, no problem. Asking a lot of questions. I mean, that's totally okay. These streams, they go usually around two and some change. As you know, we do it once a week, 9 o'clock Eastern, every Saturday. This is show number 61, but the whole thing we're really about is like flight videos and stuff. But this is just a way. This is great because the conversation's a two-way street rather than just making flight videos, which we love. But this is just the best thing. So regardless of the weather, we can always throw down some kind of product, content, video, or live stream on Saturday. What do you say?
Make it rain.
Make it rain, people, and he'll stay on. Yeah, so, yeah, no problem. And questions are great. They're really good. And if you're new here, consider subscribing and all that stuff. Check out the homepage. There's loads of videos, playlists, all the brands we work with and things like that. And listen, if you miss a stream, that's okay too, because after the stream they exist as a replay. You can always access them from the homepage of this YouTube channel. But you have to go to the playlist because they're unlisted. You're not going to find them. And when you're on YouTube and you've got the suggested stuff on the side, these aren't going to pop up because analytically they would kill me on all the algorithm stuff. So I try, unless we're doing a promotion specifically, I usually unlist these things and they exist in the podcast and live stream playlist, where you can like an archive, and you can always go back and check them out. I have 5 friends that have already subbed to you on my Discord. Awesome.
Heck yeah.
What do you do on Discord, man? You gamer?
And Dave,
Or is your Discord like just like a chat place for you?
Fine,
Shadow
once-
Ops. See you later.
172s for the most part, Dave.
What'd I miss?
What's up with the headphones, wife leash?
Yeah. Well, it's a security blanket. I'm so uncomfortable in front of camera and on the microphone that I have to wear them. It's one of those things that Ira Rosenberg taught me back in high school to overcome my insecurities. Flew the Carbon Z Cub in 0 degrees last winter. Fred Barron, baller, flexing his Eskimo DNA. A hangout. Cool. I have a Discord thing. I don't know much about it, but I have one because there's some stuff I talk about in the way of YouTube with other YouTubers that you can't talk about on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
weird.
Yeah. Night, Don.
Your local flying group is on Discord. That's cool. Don, see you later, Don Willman. Don Willman bought my super duper B-26 flak bait a long time ago.
Oh, heck yeah. That was a sweet one.
Josh Weaver's going to hop on with you, Army Aviation. Nice. Carol Channing. Not everybody will know who that is. Oh, man. She used to be on Love Boat like every other week, right?
Yeah.
Captain
man.
Stubing. Sounds like they need to move to the USA. Let's do I know sometimes I want to say new subs, but I always forget. Man, we've been on long enough. I gotta go to the bathroom again, Holmes.
I do too. I'm getting there. I keep drinking Red Bull and stuff. It's getting me. It runs right through you. I had a lot of coffee today.
Yeah.
Ryan turned me on to Starbucks, man. I spent like $15 there on coffees.
How long were we there, man?
Quite
It was
a while, man. Yeah.
We had a big old meeting.
Yeah.
Tim Muller, thanks for the subscription. Flies a Max 51. Thank you. Lisa Keller, thank you. Thomas Hoagland, thank you. That name is familiar too. I don't know why. Parks Rec RC, thank you. I think we just became connected on Instagram as well. Olson, do you think it's safe to fly the e-flite Texan with 4S? I don't want to fry the ESC. You can is it a 40 amp ESC? The one thing that makes me a little bit leery on that one is because it is a 2-bladed prop. I wonder if it pulls more than the 4-bladers do. I converted mine to 4S. Bucks is in the name, Bobby. Well, he got 2 of them. That's why he could spend so much. We bought Jing coffee and yeah, it adds up.
It's good though. That's good stuff.
Kevin Jones, guys, I'm out. Catch you fools next Saturday night. Hopefully little flying after the Steelers Raven game tomorrow. Nice. Red Bull makes me too edgy. You can hang with the captain if you hang out at Starbucks, Bobby. Have I got around to the Avio Spit yet? Man, no. Unfortunately not. Oh goodness, Randy, thanks. Yeah, it is time, isn't it? Yeah, we're gonna wrap it. T Swift is on SNL. So yeah, guys, last minute questions. Dave Kowalski's counting it down. My voice is cashed. Guys, listen, appreciate you. Thanks for coming by. Links are going to be in the description probably tomorrow, maybe tonight. I know there are some already. Hopefully you can go back and click live chat and see what happened if you wanted to see some of these links again. But if you don't, and you go to Hobby Zone and you don't know how to find the links, just tell them where you came from, because that will also work. All right, Randy, you're bad for me. EQ, been driving Rosie around tonight and checking in every time I stop, finally home. Okay, I'll catch your next stream. Awesome. Army Aviation Official, welcome all new folks. Thanks for coming by. See you later. We are going to wrap it. Last minute questions. Holy smokes. A bunch of emojis. Please lay it on us. And be watching right here. Yeah, Dennis.
Definitely, man.
Totally cool.
Lots to come.
Thanks for holding on so long, man. No sweat. Thanks you guys for coming over.
Heck yeah.
We probably hit 100 tonight, man.
Dude, I love this. So
Isn't it awesome?
it's great. Love communicating with you guys, and there's stuff you guys want to see. Questions, hit us up.
For real. For real. Let's see, what link is this. I'm going to drop it just because. I'm going to drop it like it's hot, dude. Yeah, that's the Hobby Zone link.
Heck yeah.
Bookmark it. And go to the homepage. If you haven't done this already, Christmas is coming. Have your wife bookmark it. You bookmark it for her. Whether it's on the store or not, if you get to Amazon through our link, it'll do tremendous things. So go to the homepage of the YouTube channel, and up in the artwork, there's a few different links there. Bookmark the Amazon one. Stay tuned. Building a website, and it's going to all be consolidated together. But for now, you just got to go all over the place. We love you guys. Thanks for coming by. I'm going to bounce. We're out of here in 5. Hanger Rats forever. 3 you later. Links are in the description. Affiliate links everywhere. You're too good to be forgotten. Go to Teespring, get a shirt.
Yep.
1. See you later. Stay tuned. We'll see you next time, guys. Appreciate you.
See you guys.
Look at all those emojis.
Love it.
Love it. See y'all.